Wait, what?
This isn't considered part of the like all-star drop.
Funny that you mentioned that. There is a story attached to this shoe.
Does it have anything to do with all-star?
Stay tuned. Hey, what's good guys? This is Chris from WearTesters.com. Welcome to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel, the only sneaker channel here on YouTube where you come for the review and stay for the conversation. So this guy right here is one of the more anticipated releases of the year, and I do realize it's just February. We're in the second month. How can it be one of those releases? Because the rest of the releases we really don't know about yet. We know about some of them like the black and red 4s, or they're called the black and cements, but a lot of people call them breads. I'm so excited for those, even though I still have mine.
The way you said that, you sounded like a Kardashian. I'm so excited for those. Like, no excitement whatsoever. So give it some oomph.
I'm fucking excited for those, man. Cannot wait to replace my cracked pair. They look so good though. Talk about smooth. So this guy right here is the black and infrared Air Jordan 6. The story behind these is that this shoe debuted in the All-Star Game 1991 on MJ's feet. I have a brand new pair. I have two of these. One that I barely wore because, I don't know, something about these I just didn't like. This is the 2014 version. Like, I didn't like the boxiness of the shoe. Every time I would wear these, I almost felt like I was wearing fake 6s, which is weird to think because they're real, but that's just how I felt about them. Then I had the second pair because you never know when they're gonna re-release a shoe. It's sooner than you think, always. There's no reason to stock up on two pairs anymore. There's really no reason. They're gonna bring it back out. If you're a sneakerhead, we're in good times right now, despite the price point, because these are $200, which is ridiculous. There's no reason. This shoe originally retailed for like $100, like in 91. Inflation. Now, as far as materials go, honestly, like when I first see them, they just remind me a lot of this version. Like I almost would say there's not much of a difference in terms of actual material quality and all of that kind of stuff. Craftsmanship obviously depends on the pair. My pair was put together pretty good. There's a couple of glue pieces here or there, but like I don't give a f about that. Like I know a lot of people like care really badly. Like unless it looks like glue threw up on the shoe, I don't care. Which I've seen shoes like that. And that does, I'm like, yo, those Travis Scott 4s. Talk about great shoes and poor execution. Like the craftsmanship on those joints were horrible. Now, something that is different between the two of these guys right here is the overall shape. This one to me just feels boxy. Like I don't know how else to explain it. They just feel boxy. This one right here looks more like the Air Jordan 6 that I'm used to. I was telling my wife over there that my favorite Air Jordan 6, obviously other than like the original and stuff like that and some of the 2000s runs, was actually from the 2008 Countdown pack, which is weird to think because 2008 Countdown packs are not known for their crazy quality. They're actually known for the exact opposite. Some were great, some were not. The 11s were horrible. They were like unwearable. They were so uncomfortable. The 12s in that same pack, awesome.
I remember that. Like there would be the one shoe that everybody'd be pumped and excited about, and then the other one was like a throwaway, but you couldn't throw it away because you just spent over $300
on it. Yeah, $310. Think about that though. $310 back in 08 for two shoes. And
that's
now,
like a steal now.
Exactly. Like now, and those would get discounted. Like the 1 and 22 pack got heavily discounted. Times have changed, man. Times have changed. Now, other than the shape, one other thing that I definitely noticed that's different is the back panel, and I'm talking about the ankle pillows. These guys, can you see that?
Yeah.
They're definitely different. These almost don't have ankle pillows compared to this one right here. This one looks, again, like an Air Jordan 6.
They look like wrestling gear, you know?
Oh, the head thing?
Yes.
Yeah, they do actually. I think that's kind of cool. And then obviously the Nike Air branding has returned on the heel, whereas this guy right here has the Jumpman branding. Now, another thing that is different that most people are noticing is the color of the infrared. This guy is kind of infra pink. Can't even say it. These guys are pink. These guys are more close to the 2000 as well as some of the original pairs. The shades are always different. Some of the conditions of the shoes that you see are like great, and then others are worn or beat or super old or whatever. So it just depends. But these guys right here, I think feel more like infrared versus these, which is like highlighter pink. Also, the lace lock on these guys right here is the Jumpman. Whereas these guys right here, it says Nike, but it still has the Jumpman in there just in case you miss it. Everything else though, the infrared on the Jumpman, on the lace lock, on the heel tab is exactly the same as those three areas on these guys. So again, the midsole paint is a little bit different, and then the Jumpmans on the bottom are different. You can, hopefully, you can see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what it is. Pink, infrared. It's dope. Tech specs on these guys include a polyurethane midsole, a visible air sole unit in the heel, as well as an encapsulated air sole unit in the forefoot. Something that's also great about these guys that is a detail that a lot of people don't talk about, gets overlooked quite often, is the insole itself. A lot of times they've been putting in ortholite or open soled foam, that light fluffy stuff, so that when you put your foot in the shoe, it feels super comfortable at first. and then when you wear them, bottoms out really quickly, and then all of a sudden you realize that the shoes are not comfortable at all. These guys, on the other hand, put the polyurethane insoles back in there. Again, I think that that's an overlooked detail because all of the older Jordans used to have polyurethane insoles. They were hella comfortable, and the midsole mixtures were a little bit different as well, whereas these guys are like made to not crack and crumble as soon as the last pairs. There is also a Nike Air branding on the insole. Other than that, they fit true to size. Some people, if you want like a super snug fit, definitely go down half a size because there's a little bit of volume above the toe. However, if you want just a normal, comfortable fit, true to size, wide footers, you might be able to go true to size as well, because once you loosen these things up, they come choked up like this, but once you loosen them up, they just kind of like fit around your foot really nicely, almost like a Huarache. There is 3M still underneath the perforations and all that stuff, super reflective for anybody curious. And that's pretty much it about these shoes, man. They came out in 2014. Before then, they came out in 2010, the Varsity. That's when they did the red ones. And I remember I had the white ones, the white and reds. That same year, they also trolled everybody by pissing off everybody that were fans of the infrared by dropping the Varsity red separately. And then later on that year, they dropped an infrared pack, which are essentially the same exact shoes, same builds, everything. They just changed the color up a little bit, and they charge you a lot more money for it. And then the previous one before that was in the year 2000 when I was in high school. That was the last time we saw Nike Air branding on the shoe. And previous to that would be the original release back in 1991 when MJ was beasting on court. That was the year where he said, everybody, Detroit, we're winning the chip this year. That was the first time that they were able to get past that squad in the playoffs. So if you guys are interested in grabbing a pair, again, the retail price is going to be $200. They're going to be releasing at most Jordan Brand retailers and Jordan Brand accounts on February 16th, which is a Saturday, All-Star weekend. If you happen to be in the Sacramento or Elk Grove area, make sure to head over to Phenom. They'll be able to take care of you with their Air Jordan 6. They're going to have the men as well as the grade school size. Grade school, by the way, looks more like this pair. I saw both of them. They have the same pink on it, but they do have Nike Air on the back, just letting you guys know in case you happen to have a smaller foot. So that pretty much takes care of it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys stay for the conversation. And until next time, guys, have a good one. The thing that I remember them most for is later on that season in the NBA Finals when the Bulls took on the Los Angeles Lakers and MJ did the famous switcheroo mid-air. That was, I mean, that was incredible, man. Like seeing that in slow motion, that'll get your like, I'm not gonna say it.
PG-13, people.
Yes, it really gets me going. Like that's all I'm gonna say. Like seeing that in slow-mo, that guy was incredible, man. I miss that kind of basketball, man. I was watching some Kobe highlights this morning.
Yes.
Not even a Kobe fan, and I missed that on the court, dude. I'm just like, can you please come back, please? He don't want to, but I wish that he would. He made the game fun to watch, you know what I mean? Like watching a Kobe game, man, the competition level.
I liked listening to him talk. He sounded like you, how you like it when people challenge you. Like you like that competition.
I get very, I won't say complacent, I get lazy if I'm not playing against people that are like making me work hard.
Who was he saying that he liked to?
Tracy.
Okay.
McGrady.
Yeah.
Who's also like one of the, like that guy was incredible. Incredible. Especially for his size, the stuff that he could do at his size, because he was taller than everybody, but he played like the smallest dude out there. Like he was, that's scary. And that's what the Mavs are about to look like, getting Porzingis.
The unicorn?
Yeah, because the Knicks dished him out. Like these guys, these Euro players are tall, but they play like guards. They could shoot, they can post, they can everything. Like I was just like, man, Dallas is gonna be scary. The West is gonna be crazy.
Why did they do it that way?
Do what?
Like, why isn't it just a straight red to like go with his uniform?
I don't know. I mean,
there's no crazy story about that?
Well, the thing is that like a lot of stuff from back then, like they weren't like documenting it like they have now. Like there's like filming or Instagram and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like social, websites, all that stuff. So back then, like it's really just internal stories at HQ, and some of those people are not even there. So like unless you talk to Tinker himself and we're like, bro, why infrared?
Right.
You know, I don't know. This is also like, I think the previous year, the Air Max 90 infrared. So it was a popular color back then.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's why. I don't know. I do find it strange, but the one colorway that was red though was the Carmines. They were white with the red underlay panel. So that was kind of the traditional Chicago theme versus the white and black infrared, which were not. But they still look great on court, I think. I mean, you can't really tell.
I just thought like they were supposed to match their uniforms, so.
The NBA has changed their rules more times than
people change their underwear.
Yeah, like I'm just, you know, for anything, I don't know.